Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something that changed my life. You don't win the year, you don't win the month, you win the day. And if you can win the day, then you've got a shot at winning the week. Win the week and you can own the month. Win enough months. That's how you win the year. That's how you win life. Now, I'm not talking about trophies or headlines. I'm talking about the small victories, the internal ones. The decision to get up with purpose, the discipline to say no to distractions, the focus to stay on course when everyone else is drifting. See, the day doesn't care what happened yesterday. It doesn't care how tired you are, how late you stayed up, or what excuses you've rehearsed. The day is neutral. It just shows up, blank and waiting. The only question is, who are you going to be today? Let me give you a simple formula. Plan it, own it, review it. Start your day with intention. Don't let the day start you. You start the day. Wake up and ask, what am I building today? You're either constructing a life or dismantling it. Brick by brick, choice by choice. Own your hours. Guard them like treasure because they are. Don't give your best energy to trivial things. Don't let someone else's emergency become your schedule. Winning the day means doing the right things, not just doing things right. And when the sun sets, don't just crash into your bed. Reflect. Ask yourself, what did I learn today? What did I give? What did I improve? Because growth is not automatic. It's intentional. And reviewing the day is how you gather the wisdom to do it better tomorrow. Here's the truth. You don't have to be perfect to win the day. You just have to be present, purposeful, and disciplined. Do what matters, do it with heart, and do it before your excuses get out of bed. My mentor once said, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practiced every day. I found that to be true. You don't have to do everything. You just have to do the right things long enough. Win today and then do it again tomorrow. Success rarely arrives in one giant leap. Instead, it grows slowly and steadily, nurtured by the quiet, consistent effort of small disciplines. The things we do every day, those choices we make in the moments no one sees, those are the ones that truly shape our future. People often look for breakthroughs, waiting for the big opportunity, the life-changing moment. But what many fail to realize is that the breakthrough is usually the result of daily habits built over time. There is no magic formula. The magic is in the repetition of seemingly unremarkable actions. Discipline in its truest form is doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's about showing up for yourself, not once, not occasionally, but consistently. The secret lies not in doing extraordinary things, but in doing ordinary things with extraordinary consistency. Every small action, every choice made from discipline rather than emotion becomes a building block towards success. Imagine a person who decides to read 10 pages of a good book every day. That doesn't seem like much. 10 pages take only 15 to 20 minutes. It's easy to ignore. It's not dramatic. It doesn't make headlines. But do the math. 10 pages a day for a month is 300 pages. That's a full-length book. In a year, that's 12 powerful books. 12 chances to upgrade your mindset, sharpen your thinking, and shift your direction. That simple discipline, done daily, compounds into massive intellectual growth. It's not about the single day, it's about what happens when one day turns into many. The same principle applies to health. If someone walks for just 30 minutes a day, nothing drastic happens overnight. There are no before and after photos after 1 week, but keep going. Day after day, the body changes, energy improves. The heart gets stronger, fatigue becomes strength. One walk won't transform a person, but the discipline of walking daily absolutely will. In relationships, a kind word, a thoughtful gesture, or a moment of intentional listening doesn't seem significant in isolation. But do it every day, and trust is built, connection grows, and bonds deepen. Relationships don't fall apart overnight, and they don't grow overnight. It's the repeated investment of small, intentional actions that makes the difference. The danger is that small disciplines are easy to do, but just as easy not to do. That's where most people lose. Since skipping a day doesn't cause an immediate loss, they don't feel the urgency. But just like the disciplines build up, so do the neglects. Miss one day at the gym, no problem. Miss 1 week, still manageable. Miss 1 month, momentum is lost and excuses get louder. Skip planning your day once, and it's a mistake. Skip it for a month, and chaos takes over. It's not the single missed action that hurts. It's the pattern of inaction that eventually takes control. That's the power and danger of compounding. It works both ways. Small disciplines compounded over time produce great success. Small neglects compounded over time produce great regret. Life responds to what we do consistently, not occasionally. If we can master the small, we will eventually conquer the large. But those who overlook the small will always struggle with the big. The winners in life are not the most talented, the most gifted, or the most lucky. They are usually the most consistent. They may not always feel motivated, but they are committed. They have learned that doing the right thing when it's hard is what separates the average from the exceptional. They understand that momentum is built, not found, and that discipline is not a punishment, it's a path. When we commit to small disciplines, we are really saying that we value the future. We are planting seeds with faith that a harvest will come. It may not show today, it may not show next week, but one day when others ask, "How did you do it?" the answer will sound simple. I did a little every day. Big wins don't start big. They grow from the inside out. From a decision to improve, from a daily action repeated again and again. And while others are chasing shortcuts and hacks, those who win are simply stacking small disciplines day after day without fanfare, without applause. They do it because it works. Every successful person in any field knows this truth. The athlete trains when no one is watching. The writer writes when inspiration is nowhere to be found. The entrepreneur makes the calls, studies the market, follows up, and keeps going long after the motivation fades. These aren't grand actions. They are small, disciplined choices. Repeated enough, they produce mastery. Discipline creates freedom, the freedom to choose your path, to rise above mediocrity, and to design a life you're proud of. And that freedom doesn't arrive in a single moment. It's purchased through consistent payment. Payment in time, effort, patience, and focus. Success is rented daily, and the rent is due every day. The most encouraging part of this truth is that anyone can start. You don't need special skills. You don't need a big opportunity. You don't even need to feel ready. You just need to begin, and then do it again tomorrow. One small discipline, one simple choice, one more time. It's not glamorous, but it's powerful. The future belongs to the disciplined. And when discipline is applied to small actions over a long time, the result is nothing short of extraordinary. That's the compound effect in motion. Quiet, steady, and unstoppable. And that's how small disciplines turn into big wins. Every day arrives with silence, with no promises, no noise, no warnings, just a quiet invitation to begin again. And in that beginning lies the greatest opportunity most people overlook. Too many treat each day as routine, as ordinary, as something to survive rather than something to use. But the truth is, every single day is a new opportunity, a blank canvas with potential, not just another box to check on the calendar. While some wake up and repeat yesterday, others wake up and reinvent it. The difference lies not in the day itself, but in how we choose to see it. Each morning, life hands us time, and what we do with it determines whether the day becomes a stepping stone or a stumbling block. Some use the day to grow, to stretch, to forgive, to learn, to start again. Others allow the weight of regret, laziness, or past mistakes to crush the possibilities of today. But the beautiful truth is, no matter how many days you've wasted, today can still count. Today can still matter. The past may be written, but the future begins with what you do now. Many people lose sight of the power of a single day. They wait for the perfect season, the perfect motivation, the perfect timing. But opportunity doesn't arrive with a grand announcement. It comes dressed in the quiet moments of today. It comes in the form of a small conversation you choose to have, a habit you decide to start, a word of encouragement you give, or the courage to say no when it matters most. Every day is filled with these hidden chances, and while others walk past them, the wise learn to recognize them. The problem is, when people wake up and treat the day as ordinary, they live it on autopilot. They repeat routines, respond to noise, follow patterns that require no thought and no vision. Days blur into weeks, weeks into months, and suddenly a year is gone. But for those who pause, who ask themselves, what could I do with today? That simple question changes everything. Because it replaces drift with direction, it's easy to believe that days are all the same alarm, the same traffic, the same responsibilities. But while the structure might feel familiar, your choices within the day are where the opportunity lies. You can start the same day with a different attitude. You can take the same commute and turn it into time for learning. You can face the same challenge and apply a new perspective. What changed, not the day, but you. The idea that every day is a new opportunity means that you are never trapped. Even when life feels heavy, when routines feel dull, when failures are fresh, each morning is a signal that life isn't finished with you. You get another try. You get another blank page. What you write on it is entirely up to you. You can continue the old story, or you can start a new one. That's a powerful gift, and it's renewed every 24 hours. Winners don't wait for everything to be right. They begin with what they have. They don't hope for a lucky break. They build momentum in the ordinary. They know that progress is built daily, not in bursts. They don't wait for the motivation to arrive. They create their own spark by acting. Because when you act on the opportunity of today, tomorrow shows up with more doors open. If today were your only day, how would you treat it? Would you speak more kindly? Would you try harder? Would you complain less and create more? That question has power because it brings urgency to your time. Most people don't fail because of a lack of talent, but because of a lack of awareness. They don't see the day as a new shot, so they waste it trying to get through it. But those who learn to value today squeeze greatness out of simple moments. The day doesn't promise ease. It doesn't guarantee success. But it does offer a chance to show up, a chance to learn from yesterday, a chance to course correct, a chance to plant something small that may grow into something big, a chance to say something that needed to be said, a chance to become a person your future self will thank you for. Everything begins with awareness. The moment you wake up and recognize that the day ahead is not owed to you, you begin to value it. You begin to approach it differently. You begin to handle your time with care, your words with purpose, your energy with direction. You stop chasing what's urgent and start focusing on what matters. Because when you live intentionally, even an ordinary day becomes extraordinary. Even in hardship, the new day offers a gift, the gift of resilience, the opportunity to get back up, to face fears again, to try again, to love again. There is no limit to the number of times you can restart your story. The world may not change overnight, but if you change your direction, the world you experience begins to shift, and it all starts with today. Small steps taken daily become long, distance progress, One good decision made daily becomes the foundation for better habits. One brave conversation had daily builds stronger relationships. One commitment to grow, no matter how small, repeated daily, becomes a life of growth. These don't happen in a week. They don't happen with a wish. They happen because someone decided that today would not be wasted. Time is the most democratic of all resources. Rich or poor, young or old, everyone wakes up with the same 24 hours. The difference between success and struggle, between peace and chaos, between growth and regret, is often how those hours are used. You don't need more time. You need to make more of the time you have. Today is not just a continuation of yesterday. It is a reset, a realignment, a fresh wind, a new invitation. Even if yesterday was a failure, even if you were tired, even if you fell short, the new day offers no judgment. It just opens its arms and says, "What will you do with me?" The value of today lies not in what's scheduled, but in what's possible, the call you haven't made, the book you haven't started, the discipline you haven't mastered, the apology you haven't given, the gratitude you haven't expressed. Each of these is an unopened gift wrapped inside the present moment. When you learn to see each day this way, your life changes. It doesn't require a new year to start over. It requires a new mindset, a new decision, a new moment of clarity that says today, I will do what I can with what I have. You don't need to do everything. You just need to do something, on purpose, with intention, with heart. That is the power of today. That is the opportunity you have been given. And that is why every day is far more than just another day.